Hi.
Hello, Internet.
What?
Look at, we're on a hiatus.
The boys are back.
Yes, and we are super excited to see all of you viewers online right now. Comment away.
That's right. So get ready and tell your friends. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share.
And share that shit, y'all.
On your Facebook timeline, because we have so many hot topics to get to, and we've been off for 2 weeks.
I know. Like, literally, are we just going to dive into it, Sureg'ay?
That's what I was trying to lead up to. So let's dive from the internet.
It's hot topics.
Hot topics with Cecil and Sureg'ay. Why, boy?
I literally forgot we had an opening theme song.
I'm well aware of that.
I was ready to start talking.
Sometimes you forget we have a show or a pre-meeting. Not sometimes, all the time.
Not so, viewers. I do not like this picture painted of me.
Hold on. Let me give you a comment right off the bat, because
Yes.
it's hard to do, so I just got to get this out of the way. I would like to compliment you on your brand new microphone, because I can finally hear you without scratching like a flea bag.
Yes, viewers, you might have noticed that I have this giant black thing right in front of my face.
Oh, I thought Bill Cosby was in front of you since he's out of prison.
I'm not drinking anything he's serving me.
I will.
Because the drill and pop. No. Was that not appropriate?
The hell?
That was a really good impersonation, Wine Boy.
That was pretty amazing.
I actually worked on my Bill Cosby, and then he got in jail, and then I was like, well, can't do that anymore.
It rivals.
Still can.
I will say it rivals Sureg'ay's Bill Barr.
Now I finally have some competition in the acting department.
So congratulations, Cecil.
Yes.
Thank
so
you.
Everyone tonight, if Cecil's too loud, just chime in the comments, and we'll tell him to turn his microphone down.
Because I can adjust it.
That's right. So,
I just reach around and I just adjust it.
Well, I noticed you used 2 fingers. Let's just get right to it. We're going to say hello to all of you because we know you're there, but we're going to raise a glass because it's been 2 weeks since I've had a drink. So,
sure.
Sorry, I thought I heard lightning again.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're back by popular demand. Live. Oh, whoops, we did that.
That's okay. You're just ready to start the whole show over again.
I would have just totally ran it again. That'd been so funny.
I remembered it. So cheers. Raise your glass. Cheers, like a chime from church.
Ding. Oops.
Okay, enough.
Enough. My hair's on the frame.
Yes, Kelly Jenner, I twist those knobs when I want it to go higher or when I want it to go lower.
Wonderful. So just checking in, I saw Kelly Jenner. Hi, Marion Librarian.
Marion Librarian is here. Chris Congdon is here.
Hi,
Jeff
Christian.
Perry is here.
Oh, yeah. Hey, what's up? Everyone shut up, please. What's up, Jeff Perry? 2 weeks, miss you, man. I'm crying, but I'm so happy.
I smell bromance.
I smell famunda.
I don't love it.
It smells like
Caitlin
Cosby.
Barrios is here too.
Her new name is so much more fun.
I like it.
Not the
And Sue Christian. Scott Rolfe is chiming in all the way from New Mexico. Super excited.
Yes, Marion Librarian. I know for a minute I thought Wine Boy got replaced also by Roofie Rumkeg, Bill Cosby.
Oh my goodness. And look who else is here. Roz.
Wait, Roz?
I know.
Every time we go to say, hey, girl, then you're either traveling or unfortunately have something happen. And so we're just glad you're here and you're in good spirits.
Goodness.
Let me raise that wine glass again. Wink,
really?
Wink.
Ding for Roz. It has been a hell of a month, girl.
Well, I only have once a month. Well, I have my man period.
Gail Blackmer.
Gail Blackmer, I was waiting for you to chime in.
I was going to say, you spent the whole week together. Give me a break.
Excuse me. My producer ran into her in Longboat Key, Florida. And she
camped out in her house.
Yeah, she poured drinks down his throat all week.
Mm-hmm. We saw the pictures.
She forced him to drink. Trust me.
Oh yeah, really twisted your arm.
Maybe not physically. No, Gail Blackmer. I missed. My producer misses you already. I have to adjust my camera because you can't see my hair, and my hair hasn't looked this good in 2 weeks. Trust me.
That is some stylish coif you've got going on there. Oh my goodness, Chicago is represented.
All right, Sean. Well, there's some crazy news happening in Chicago today. I don't even know how to explain the story, but I'll try later if we have time. It'll be at the end for those random news things that just pop into your news feed and out of my mouth, or out of my mouth and into your news feed.
And rarely do things pop out of your mouth, Sergey. Once they're in there, they're in there.
Oh, I know what's wrong. No, and Sean, it's that I'm the only one without a real microphone now. So you're tuning late into the. I got a note from Chicago just now in my text feed saying something.
Complimenting how wonderful I sound on the microphone?
Yeah, it's because now you are. So now I, Sizzle Sazzle, sound like the shitty spokesperson after all this seriousness. That's a lot of S's, and now I have to wipe my screen.
Yeah. Well, anyway. I dropped some dough, viewers, and I got myself this big old thing.
Well, it's about time.
And Lou Jenner is here. Lou Ann Jenner, excuse me.
There's been so many times where I watched the show back and I was like, oh, now I heard what Cecil said. So thank you. It's so nice to actually hear your booming voice.
Thank you.
So
I'm ready to boom, viewers.
Don't forget, we are back, and you are reminding us already because Cash App alert!
Cash apps.
Thank you, Christopher R. Congdon, for the $29.68. And he says it's for Wine Baby College Fund, chicken wings, and Jell-O shots.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate all of that.
The pudding Jell-O, the Jell-O pudding shots.
And Lou Ann Jenner also sent us a Cash App already, right off the bat. Just right off the bat.
Thank you.
$30 for a rough couple of weeks. Oh, because
you got
withdrawals. I know, girl. I know.
Yeah, because we weren't there.
Trust me, I'm in withdrawal. That's why I have to drink this wine too, because I haven't drank in 2 weeks.
All right, well, let's drink and let's hot topic. Let's do this.
We need to get onto it. We are 8 minutes in, viewers.
At a boy, wine boy, for keeping us on track. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to preface the fact that for those of you in the viewing state of Florida, Hurricane Elsa, tropical storm, whatever she is, skirted by you somewhat, and then she's cutting across the states because she heard I am back in Sureg'ay Studios. So we are scheduled in the New Jersey area to have some outer bands tonight. So if I suddenly go off the air, I was either murdered by Cecil's producer or Bill Cosby.
More likely.
Or we had a storm rain band. We'll probably get it worse because, it's always worse in the north for those things. So anyways. But
Can I just say one thing about the storm Elsa? Because literally everybody was talking about the Elsa memes, and there were going to be so many Elsa memes and so many Let It Go references and blah, 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 blah. I did not see one meme.
Well, it's
not one.
Maybe you should call it a description, right, Wine Boy? Because sometimes they don't come.
They don't come till last minute. You're sitting there thinking, you're like, it's
you don't have to tell me.
And there's already a picture that was posted or way earlier, so the person's by their phone ready to make a meme.
Yeah.
And then
they're just playing with their big black mic all night.
Just playing with a big black mic.
Is this thing on?
What in the hell is happening?
All right. Enough about big black things in your mouth, Cecil. So anyways, Elsa's coming my way, and I welcome her. And you know what? We'll probably do the memes. Let it go, Elsa. Let it go.
I didn't even see a single meme.
Do you see Caitlin's?
I see it now, but
that's pretty good.
That was bothered me anyway.
That was a really good one.
Conk.
But I I didn't see it in meme form.
That's all right. Well,
oh my goodness. Look who just walked in the door. DBH.
DBH, it's nice that you're not making a baby and you actually joined us tonight. Thanks.
We appreciate it.
DBH had a birthday recently, so happy birthday again. And Gail Blackmore had a birthday last week, so happy belated birthday to her and DBH. And anyone else who had a happy birthday? Apparently Elsa didn't have a birthday because she didn't get a meme. She didn't get a meme cake. So let's get on with the next hot topic. This is a bizarre story. It just happened yesterday. But the president of Haiti was assassinated and his wife critically wounded. Now, these armed assailants, they're on video cameras. Why do assassins always drive white Toyota trucks? Anyways, that's a topic for another time. But they went to his house, which surprises me that the president of Haiti is like, oh, is it Uber Eats? I mean, what? They tied up the maid. They shot him in his bedroom 12 times. And they shot the wife 3 times. Now, she's been flown to Miami's, the hospital in Miami, and he was assassinated. So
was this during the storm? Because that was happening at the same time.
I don't know. I didn't see the meme. But I don't know. So that's just happened yesterday or whatever. And so now Haiti doesn't have a president. And to which I say, where were those assailants the last 4 years?
I am confusion. They don't have a vice president. Do they not have a vice president?
I don't know. Haiti's gonna hate, I guess. I don't know.
Interesting. And I mean, the brass on that woman to get shot 3 times and be like, I ain't dead yet.
Well, it's because she's coming. She's like, I don't know. Now the thing of it is that he's been holding on to rule also and was like refusing to leave office. I mean, sounds familiar.
Was that the situation?
Yes. And so he's been kind of taken on a dictatorship type persona. So the plot thickens and the plot and the story will unfold as we go along. So stay tuned next week and we'll have better updates for you. I know some of you get your news from our show, like Wineboy and Cecil. And so that's what I'm here for.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, I had no idea.
Jeff Perry, she should run for president, but right now she's laying in a hospital bed. So I don't think running's going to happen anytime soon. Kind of like me and my exercise program. So also, Cecil.
Yes, Sureg'ay.
I noticed you talked about this a few times on your producer's Facebook. But we also had some amazing news, which all of our viewers, let's talk about happy news about Alan Weisselberg and the Trump organization.
Oopsie.
Let's drink a little whitey poo for that one.
I am looking forward to this.
So for those of you, if you don't know, then you really are under a rock. Alan Weisselberg, which is the right-hand man of the Trump organization and head chief financial officer, CEO. Anyway,
CFO.
He knows where all the bodies are buried.
He sure the F does.
He was indicted and turned himself in last week while we were off the air. This shit always happens when we're on hiatus.
When we're off the air. We leave the air for 2 weeks. And first of all, can I also point out that we have a new viewer this evening. Sean Argades is here with us tonight.
For 1 second, I thought, well, cheers, Sean Argades. I like saying your
Ding.
last name.
Me too.
I hope you have wine or something to drink, because by the end of the show, you'll want to be tuning in every week.
I love
it.
I love Sean because he is one of those guys that always gives you the but that kind of opinion. So
he'll punch back at us.
I don't think he's a puncher so much as he's like, but this is how I think about it.
Well, am I the only one that wants to say all these sex jokes the way you kept pausing your sentence? I love Sean because he's one of those guys that and you're moving your hands, and I was on be gives a reach around. Does he punch back? Why would he punch back? What are you doing back there?
At a Christmas party.
I must admit, I'm thrilled. I'm Wine Boy, thank you, because I'm so used to just not paying attention to what Cecil says because I can't hear him that I forgot to start listening. Yes, and.
I know, because
this mic is crystal fucking clear now.
You were looking at Sean Armstrong's text, and he said something about stuff being in your mouth for a long time and not come back out, and that just went right over your gorgeous hair.
Speaking of, sometimes I forget to stick to being comical because I'm so business-like, preparing and trying to keep things going.
Well, someone's got to be the straight guy in this comedy team, you know?
Well, that's why I'm here, and
that's why he's got a wife.
That's why my wife sits on my face to keep me grounded.
Sure.
Oh, mine sits on mine to... Never mind. I'll go with.
Apparently, she sat on more than your face because you have a baby that cries. Okay, so we're moving on from that. There's so many things that are happening. But speaking of Trump, while we're on that subject, because I'd love to get off of him like Melania on the honeymoon. But Trump is now suing social media like Facebook, Twitter, and all those things because he claims they ruined his freedom of speech, his First Amendment. So, anyway,
how?
Well. Let's just
by kicking him
at home that are
kicking him off. This is the thing that drives me insane about this First Amendment argument.
It's a private company.
And thank you, Wine Boy. The First Amendment prevents you from getting arrested and thrown in jail for your speech. It doesn't protect you from the consequences of making your speech. He still can speak, and he still can give his stupid ass opinion based on lies. He can still continue to lie to the American public, which is
that's what rallies are for. That's why.
And he hasn't gotten arrested for it. He hasn't been put in jail.
Well, time is running out.
But that's not going to be what gets him arrested. No. He said. I mean,
is he just upset because there's not a lot of weddings that he can crash and then start talking politics at randomly? You heard he's been doing that a lot, right?
Well,
he's
but
giving speeches at weddings.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
The news media is not covering it as much.
He is interrupted like Wedding Crasher style some weddings.
Well,
and has grabbed the microphone. Yeah, but he's done it a couple times since then.
Who's inviting him to their wedding?
Kind of like
no
Who's
one.
The idiot that's giving him a microphone at a wedding.
He just shows up in Mar-a-Lago and just.
So on
anyway,
while we're on that same shit ass topic, because there's two major headlines that happened at the same time that all of that was happening in Trump world.
While we were off.
Some major breaking news, which was a few days ago. Significant new evidence emerges that the Arizona audit, now aimed at discrediting the 2020 election, may be a criminal conspiracy born in Florida and involving Donald Trump. That being said, Rudy Giuliani is on tape, recorded, calling, because these people are dumb enough to leave voicemails, the Arizona audit, and did the exact same thing that Trump did in Georgia, where it was like, look, let's work this out.
Let's find some votes.
As Republicans, we're really in this together, wink, wink, basically. So now, as the lawyers and pundits on TV are saying, that's actually criminal activity. That is actual illegal to pressure them like what he did. So on that same note, now today, Rudy Giuliani has now lost his law license in DC.
Oh my goodness.
So New York last week and DC now. So I don't know where he's going to practice law other than the People's Court. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun. And
dum, dum, dum.
And
that should be the theme song for that one. Dum, 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 dum. Okay.
And that is my Trump headlines. Now let's discuss if you want, or we can move on.
Well, I did want to get back to the Weisselberg thing because, he
has to flip. Otherwise,
he has to flip. But they're also just really downplaying the charges, like Trump and like Eric Trump getting on news or saying it at a rally. Basically laying out the whole thing. like saying, "Oh, we don't. Who even knows if that's even illegal?" and it's like
I
we all know
how good of that was actually a Matt Gaetz. I was like that. It was Matt Gaetz.
That was my Matt Gaetz.
That was your Matt Gaetz, because I was like, oh, I forgot how good of a. Oh no, that was Matt Gaetz.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't think I have a good Trump.
Neither does the country.
There we go. So, but they're basically just reciting these charges and being like, "This is no big deal," when it is 100% illegal.
Well, and that's what he did at his rally. There, like he basically just said and admitted to all of the illegal activity. He's like, "This is what we did. It's not a big deal." Well,
it is.
He just admitted it on TV in front of everybody. So you know what? Like they said, he just needs to stop talking.
As Sharon Armstrong is saying, Al Capone committed all sorts of crimes and murders, but he went to jail for tax evasion. That's where they got him.
Well, I mean, they need to. Okay, yes.
And I got to say, Sean Argidis, I do think that something is going to happen to these people for that exact same thing that Sean Armstrong just said. Yes, they are very powerful people, but they're also very clumsy and stupid people that think that they can get away with these things.
Well, and let's just add this extra little salt and pepper. So it's not like the DAs in New York are all crystal clear and clean, like your microphone, but they're all just. I mean, look at the lawyer that was Stormy Daniels' lawyer that just now went to jail, but then he got
Avenatti.
Michael
Avenatti.
Thank you.
He's real hot.
It's just well, if you like dirty porn, which obviously he did.
Yes.
But they're all just crooked going at each other, and it just made the best crooked guy win. And I hope that isn't the Trump organization. So that
exactly, Caitlin.
So
they get sloppy.
Hopefully to Sean 1 and Sean 2 from Dr. Seuss. We hope that we'll take anything at this point.
And this is interesting.
I really want them to go to jail.
Chris Congdon is making a statement that Jeff Perry is backing up, that people are starting to think that the kids might flip on him.
Oh, first of all, Donald Trump would flip on his own kids
in
if it came down to
a heartbeat.
So Gummy Trump or whatever the one with the gums. Which one is that?
The one with the gums, I think, is Eric.
Thank you. And then the one with the douchebag hair is.
That's Don Jr.
Okay, well, all right. So now that we've cleared that up for our, we always like to paint a picture for everyone to get.
Is it gums or is it douchebag hair? Gums.
Okay, gums. So Gums would flip in a heartbeat because he's been trying. I mean, and then at this point, Ivanka would flip. I guarantee you. She's kind of actually starting to, because she and Jared are already distancing themselves, which says a lot. Until Christmas time. Because
Trump is even starting to blame certain states' situations on Jared.
All right. That's enough about the former president. It's time to talk about the real president, President Biden.
Enough.
And today, this week, Biden announced they were pulling out, like that mic out of your mouth. Biden finally pulling out by August 31st, all troops out of Afghanistan. And of course, the mudslinging begins and everything else, to which I love that Joe Biden fired back today and said, we're not here. We're not in the business of building a nation. Seriously, at this point, you got to, just like the Republicans like to say to us, stop being lazy and collecting unemployment. Another country also needs to help themselves at this point. Or it's just going to keep going on. But also they said, well, what if military leaves? Are we responsible for any casualties? And he said, no. Then the Afghan nation at some point has to be responsible for their own. And that's true. So here's what I think is interesting. Build a nation.
I think it's fascinating that, Joe Biden wants us to exit a conflict that has been going on for the past 20.
Bone. By the way, just want to say you said bone. That's boned.
that is bone going on.
Wine, you should be proud of me.
I'm very proud. I'm laughing. I've been laughing a lot. So keep going.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, because I can finally be heard. Okay.
I'm just glad that Hurricane Elsa wasn't in your mouth this whole time. You have a nice microphone to keep it away. So it's good.
Thank you.
I do have a funny story about my producer on set yesterday. I'll have to tell you later. He embarrassed himself in front of the whole crew. But anywho.
I would like to make my comment about Afghanistan.
You have a microphone.
My First Amendment rights are being violated.
Well.
Okay.
My ears are being violated.
I think it is fascinating that on one hand, you'll have people say, Trump was such a peacekeeper. He didn't get us into any wars. And now Biden is trying to get us out of a war that we have been involved with for the past 20 some years. And now they're criticizing him for not staying involved in this war. So I'm like, how do you have it both ways? I am with you. I think that the people of Afghanistan need to be taking care of their business.
Yes, Sean Argadiz.
What's he saying?
Is it Argadiz or
Argadiz?
Or I'd argue this.
It's Argadiz.
Okay. Oh, Argadiz?
I wish.
Argadiz? What?
Well, I'm not gay.
Saying.
I'm not gay either, Sean. Argue this. That's your new. That's your.
That's more what it is. Argue this.
Argue this.
But I would agree. I would agree with him too, as well. It's like we should have been getting out of there.
Thank you for your service, by the way.
Oh yeah, yes. Very much. Thank you for your service.
Absolutely. It is a terrible situation. Afghanistan is an awful situation. And
so is Detroit. But let's at some point we've got to take care of our own and Chicago. Ever since Sean Armstrong moved to Chicago, it's just gone to shit.
And certainly be whatever your stance is, if you want us to be involved in foreign wars or you don't want us to be involved in foreign wars, if we're trying to get out of a foreign war, then let us get out of it. And
we need to pay attention to the war, the cyber war that's happening, because that is, meanwhile, while we're throwing sticks and rocks and the occasional M80 in Afghanistan at this point because that's what war looks like. There's a big ass war happening with China and Russia, and we're about to get our Bitcoins shoved up our Doge holes. I don't know.
That was some wild cultural appropriation that just happened right there, y'all.
That was some millennial talk there. You should have known. Anyway, so you know what? Hey, 6 months in, and we just hit July 4th. So happy Independence Day to everybody, and it's so nice to see fireworks and to celebrate having a actual president with class and a first lady.
Mm-hmm.
It was just nice. It really was. It was a nice. I hope all of you had a very happy 4th of July, because it was nice. I spent it with friends and family, and the fireworks are still going off because we're a redneck nation, but that's another story.
I am cackling right now at these comments that are going on because Jeff Perry got all this and said, "Hey, I hate on Detroit." And then we realized it was an autocorrect, and he was supposed to say, "Hey, don't hate on Detroit."
I don't hate on Detroit.
As a Michigander.
Spend more time at home, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Anyways.
That just made me giggle.
Well, see, I won't be serious because I was saying we need to spend time. I'll just make jokes from now on. Detroit.
No, we need to
coming your way in a minute. As soon as I can think of something funny.
Ooh.
I agree with everybody. We need to stop going overseas. We need to fix some things at home. I think that's the main thing. In Detroit, which used to be a huge auto manufacturer, many, many jobs. Look at it now. Even though they had the bailouts back in the day and all that stuff, it's just like we need to fix stuff here before we start saying how great it is here and then going elsewhere, which you're like, why were we in Afghanistan for so long? I don't know. Maybe there was a bunch of oil somewhere around there. Maybe that was why. I'm just speculating.
Well, isn't it weird that Michigan went to a right to work state recently?
Yeah, all this stuff. That's all.
I mean, not recently, several years ago, but
yeah. But I hope
I would just like
Marion
to get a
Librarian
glass of water from a
a
faucet.
Seriously.
I mean, let's just start with drinking water. How about that? Let's worry about how many Ford Broncos we sell tomorrow. But drinking water today. Moving on from that, ladies and gentlemen, that has been Hot Politics. That's always a big thing for the week. But we got to get on with.
We have other things to discuss, viewers.
There's been, you know what? We should lighten things up a little bit here and just.
I'll say.
So I'm going to give you a little heads up because that's what we do. So, speaking of heads up, welcome, Sean Argudis.
Ooh. Doug Bowser is with us this evening.
Oh my God! What did Orlando close? Nothing to do in Orlando, apparently.
It must not be a trivia night.
Oh, we're very honored, and it's good to see you, Doug Bowser.
I am excited that
and
Doug
Taffy
Bowser
thinks
is
we
with
miss
us.
you.
We do miss you,
We should
Taffy.
probably do some trivia. Anyways,
Doug Bowser,
thank you for
I'm
joining.
going to say that I've definitely stolen the Horan days from Taffy a couple episodes ago, and I give you full credit because that's where I got from, and it was hilarious when I saw it. So thank you for that.
Well, anyways, thank you for joining us, Doug Bowser. You know that. Thank you. We're honored for each and every one of you that join us each and every night. But when some of you make a cameo, you just get a special shout out. Viewers, how are you tonight? What's going on in your world? Give us some random topics. Let's chit chat with you for a moment because we have plenty of topics, and we can ramble, especially if Cecil's mic is working.
Can I ask the viewers a question?
Sure.
Viewers, this is purely a technical question. Do you like it when we post videos on Instagram or on YouTube? So think about that throughout the show. Start chiming in because I'm trying to figure out certain stuff. And I'm trying to move forward and let other people see it.
We always...
if we do stuff on YouTube, we can then maybe post it on Facebook as well. So just let me know what you think. Think about it, marinade. And yes, I hear all the comments about Wine Boy and the calendar. I'm looking at it, and I'm politely letting you guys talk amongst yourselves.
He is working on his keto diet.
I need to work out some more. I got a little bit.
While we're going to comments, apparently people are just commenting, trying to get our attention because Cash App alert!
Cash App?
Sean Argudis, welcome to this.
Thank you, Sean Argudis.
No, I'm sorry. I should. I was cluing him in that since he's a new viewer that people.
I thought Sean just coughed up some coin.
Well, he may now. I was just letting him know how to do it. And Wine Boy, roll that beautiful scroll across the screen. We have some very generous viewers that are always kind every week. And when they send in a Cash App to get our attention, sometimes they'll send a little comment with it. And I'm just waiting for the scroll to stop spinning because for some reason it's not popping up. Hold on.
Are you buffering?
Well, no, I was getting fluffed from my intern here, but the thing just crashed on me. What is going on?
Oh, no.
Maybe Elsa's coming. I don't know what's happening. Hold on.
Could you say Chris Condon has a new job back at Disney?
Congratulations, Chris Condon.
Thank God. Thank God.
And Marion Librarian, yes, I know it's not a nude calendar, but I still, maybe we go shirtless.
It will be Marion Librarian.
Tastefully,
It will be tastefully nude.
Yeah. Wait, what?
What?
What? Your new microphone apparently says some words that I feel like you don't mean.
It's picking me up loud and clear.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Okay.
We didn't even get... What?
I'm having technical difficulties, which I'm like, well, it's a good thing I'm in Sureg'ay Studios, which is on the bottom floor in case there's a tornado. I don't know. If the lights flicker and if I suddenly turn into Beetlejuice, either that's been too much Jesus juice or Elsa's hitting us. Oh, there we go. Finally, it popped up. Sorry, I was hemming and hawing and trying to
oh my gosh, just say it.
Oh, thank you. I could hear you now. Anyways, Cash App alert. Thank you, Sue Christian. I was having some serious buffering issues with the Cash App. Sue Christian, thank you for $22.02. She wanted to give us our 2 cents.
Thank you, girl.
For Wine Boy 22 calendar, and glad you guys are back. So thank you very much, Sue Christian. Then we also, while we were buffering, we got some more Cash App. Cash App! I'm so glad my producer's friend is not on his business call upstairs anymore because China and Australia would be hearing Cash App alert!
That would be a lot for your producer's friend to explain.
My producer's friend always says, I was like, could you hear us? Like every night. It's a thing. So, anywho, I know you hate anywho.
My producer's friend is asleep.
Well, my producer's friend's probably watching Mom or Gilmore Girls or something. They never watched this but one time.
I love Mom, by the way.
Oh, Mom's a very good show.
It's so good.
Anyway. Anyway. Okay. So Gail Blackmer, thank you. She sent us $22.22 because we're glad you're back and I like the number 2.
Oh.
Did you take a poop today?
Oh my goodness. She is into the number 2s. Nancy Needham has arrived.
I don't know if that's what she meant, but hey, we're going to go with it because if you say number 2 on our show, we just assumed you dropped the Cosby kids off at the pool.
Oh, stop it.
Well, I mean,
okay.
Hold on. Oh, wait. I actually get to say this for real this time. Sean argued this. Cash App alert.
What?
Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Sean Argudes.
And he gave us $19.97. So 1997.
Yay.
Is that when you were born?
That's probably the year we all met.
Oh, I couldn't see your picture, so I don't know, but Argudis, I was like, you must be young. In honor of the year, I met Cecil. Wow.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad you met then, and I'm not, friends of mine were not when we met because it would be less money.
Well,
That's
can I just
$19.73. Yeah. Anyways, thank you and welcome to the show. You're welcome anytime.
Thank you. That was very generous. Can I just break in for a quick moment?
I mean, again, sure.
And acknowledge
that Central Florida News 13.
I just want to say one thing. We appreciate Nancy Needham joining us. I know that Nancy her thoughts are with her daughter, I believe, who has broken her leg. And
like in the good way?
No.
Oh, she's not an actress.
No, she's not like on stage. So we just want to let you know, Nancy Needham, that we are sending lots of good energy, lots of healing energy your way to your family. And we're sorry that you guys are going through this, and we appreciate you coming on to hang out with us and maybe have some laughs.
Yes, I mean, we might have an audition tomorrow, so you can tell us break a leg. I mean, whatever makes you feel better. I don't know where to go with that.
She literally broke her leg.
Like off or like cracked? I don't know.
It's not off. She didn't get it amputated.
Well, I don't know.
And it's either a compound fracture or a what's the other one?
See, I just go.
Why are we even talking about it?
Well, because our show is supposed to be funny and lighthearted and sometimes crude and obscene. So
Clitoris.
I'm sending you. We're all sending you thoughts and good healing thoughts, and I'm
sending
you're going to say thoughts and prayers.
I don't know if you know this, but there's red wine. There's calcium in red wine.
Antibodies.
And that is your healing. That is your healing suggestion to Nancy Needham's child. Drink more wine.
Yeah.
No, wait, how old is her child?
Were you telling her to milk a drunk cow? Because that how calcium is in the wine?
Nancy Needham, if you were Catholic, I wouldn't even have to tell you that. You already would know how to give your child wine.
She broke both bones in her left leg, and she is having surgery on Monday. So we are.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
We are very sorry and sending lots of good juju your way.
Don't see.
Don't dare laugh at this situation.
That's not fair. You're laughing. What? Me laugh. And
I'm not laughing.
I'm not laughing by any means at your daughter's broken bones. I swear. But Cecil, I can hear him, and I'm sorry.
This has gone south real quick.
This has gone south. I was trying to be compassionate and empathetic, and I was trying to show sympathy.
Well, Nancy Needham, I'm moving on. If we had sent you the sticker, you could have used the sticker to help mend her. But
oh my god,
it's coming your way. It's coming.
Let's move on to sports because we got sports.
Marion Librarian.
Sure, let's talk about broken legs and sports next. Yeah. Way to segue this one.
Yeah. This is.
I'm pretty sure my Healing Thoughts was a better segue. Nancy,
I hope Sean Argumus likes this one.
Anyways, yes, and by the way, as much as I love that intro montage, my producer promises to make a new one for us to update it a little bit, but the producer's been getting work lately, so he's been traveling and working. So,
are we going to add our new gay boy?
Absolutely, and that's what we're like to top off sports with, and Carl Nasser.
You want to show it?
Sure,
yes.
Let's show him.
Show it all.
That's him.
Oof.
He recently came out as gay last month during Pride Month and did a TikTok. And I think my favorite thing about his comments
and
were,
an Insta.
How come when I'm single talking, you don't single screen me, wine boy? He has had 3 live shots.
I was actually seeing how long. I know. I was actually seeing how long it took you to comment on that.
I've noticed. I just finally, after 3, I was like, that's it. 3rd strike.
Yeah.
Can I just say one thing? Oh, sorry. I just like to look at myself.
Okay.
Right. Pull out. Not of me. Come out right. Anyways, Carl Nassib, who used to play for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, ladies and gentlemen, that probably turned him gay. But he recently came out as gay on TikTok and just said, look, it's ridiculous that I have to even say this. Maybe someday that people won't have to do this in order to say it. But the nice thing is he is currently in the NFL and staying with it, and he's respected by all, and is kicking ass and taking names. And hey, you know what? Thank you for on behalf of the LGBTQRSTUV community.
Doug Bowser is not with it, though.
Doug Bowser's not with it. Neither is Chris Congdon.
He's a Republican?
He's
a
Republican.
Trump supporter.
Apparently a Trump supporter.
Hey. If you want to get, you got to use honey sometimes to whatever that saying is.
But let's just say one thing real quick. Kim Ray's here, and she's been drinking, joining now.
Drinking.
So she has been drinking.
I think is that like
clearly
Mountain Dew, like Honey Boo Boo Mountain Dew. I don't know.
I think it's drinking. Anyway, but yeah, no,
I cannot believe Kim Ray is watching us live.
I know,
and not tomorrow morning with her coffee in hand,
with her Hot Topics coffee mug.
She knows how to get our attention whenever.
She sure does.
But cheers to Carl Nasser from the Los
Raiders.
Sorry, I'm allowed to
Vegas.
Is it the Vegas Raiders?
Isn't it Vegas?
I thought it was
Vegas. I accidentally said Los Angeles at first.
She said
I corrected myself. God, what are you, CNN?
Can I just say one thing?
Just gonna pour wine.
Regarding Carl Nassib coming out. I saw just a lot of posts, and it really made me upset. Some posts saying, what's the big deal? What's the big deal?
Oh, I saw that too.
It's a huge fucking deal.
It is a huge fucking deal. Because they're like, other NFL players have come out. I'm like, not working ones.
Correct. That's my point. What I said in the beginning. He is current and actually on a team. That makes a huge difference.
Because you had Sam. Terrible. I'm so sorry.
Michael
I forget his last name. Yeah, Michael Sam. Who came out getting to the NFL.
Pre-draft, I think.
Pre-draft. I don't know if that held him back or not. I don't want to speculate because he did try out.
Supposedly, he was quite a star in Mizzou.
Well, look at Tim Tebow.
The percentage of going from college to NFL
is true. This is true.
What is it? 97% of people don't make it. Or something like that.
Allow me to say one thing. I agree with. Oh,
there you go.
This is my conservative Sureg'ay conspiracy theory. I feel there's more to the story with Tim Tebow, why he didn't do so well in the career, in the NFL. Now, there's going to be NFL people like conservative stepdad and conservative Bob. But well, how are you so good in college and then you get drafted and you get all these endorsements and everything else, and then you get on the field and you do well, and then something just isn't clicking. So I don't know. I feel like that's a big reason why Tim Tebow suddenly got married and now is suddenly trying to get back in the NFL. But that's just my conspiracy theory.
Here's two things. Oh, what were you say?
I'm just saying Doug Bowser's made a great statement here.
Oh,
all
yes.
caps.
100% agree.
Coming out saves lives. And that is also part of the big deal. That is why it's a big deal. You know, to sit there and go, there are hundreds of players who are out and who have been gay in the NFL. Hundreds of them. I'm like, where? And they're not working, and they might have been retired or whatever. But
like Troy
and I will say this about Carl Nassib: time will tell. The next 2 seasons will tell if there's an impact on this coming out or not. You know, I do love that the NFL jumped on it and made it a welcome thing, and said that it was gay, and that was amazing. Can you imagine this happening just 2 years ago?
And all the more reason, on your point of, let's see what happens in the next 2 seasons to see how this unfolds. And that's where I would like to say, I'm glad he came out. I'm glad he's Republican, and I'm glad he's white, because he's got all of those.
All them boxes.
And so let's see what happens.
Yeah,
it'll be interesting.
I think obviously we all want to get to the point
because if he was black, he'd already done.
I think we want to get to the point where people don't have to come out. They don't have to make it.
Well,
thing. Sure, you want to get to that point, but we have to get to that point. We have to make sure it becomes such a normal thing in society, because I still feel like in such a male, you get, NFL, we play football. You're like, okay, but that's hot.
And that's
but you know what I'm trying to say.
I would like to piggyback on you, Wine Boy.
I know you would.
Yeah,
but for other
reasons. And Wine Boy, you have a full bottle of wine and a pack of Doan's pills.
But you hear this all the time from the conservative folks, the conservative media, saying, well, why is this a big deal? Why is anything have to be a big deal? And it's because the conservatives want to just say, none of this is happening. This is...
You mean like January 6th?
They're living in a dream world. They're living in a dream world where everyone is getting a fair shake and everyone is not having any issues because they've seen 1 or 2 people representing a minority who have sort of broken through, and they're like, well, look at that guy. Look at those 2 guys.
Exactly.
And been like, this isn't a systemic problem because 2 people broke the glass ceiling on this issue. So just shut the fuck up about it.
Is it Tiffany Glass though?
Yeah.
Unless she was waiting for breakfast. I don't know.
And so it is infuriating to me when people say shit like, this isn't a big deal. Why is this a big deal? It's still a big deal. And it's still a big deal with other minorities and women when things happen that are a common occurrence. I think you understand what I'm trying to say.
I think we're all on the same page.
I know I understand what you're trying to say, but for our viewers, I know some of our viewers can understand what you're trying to say. But let me just piggyback on you now, which won't be as harsh as you piggybacking on Wine Boy. You're absolutely right, and that is it. I do know that some of my conservative friends, or not even conservative friends, some people are just trying to actually help and make a point, and they're saying, why is this a big deal? And so they don't realize that to your kind, not my wife and I's kind, they don't realize that it is a big deal. And like even the last 4 years, sorry to sound cliche, but that was a setback because then people that have hate in their hearts felt like I can say whatever I want, which caused the people that were just trying to live their lives to then go back under a rock or back in the closet or for work reasons. There's a big reason why my producer doesn't post a lot of things or is very open because he even is still worried about repercussions and things like that, which is ridiculous if you think about it, but that's the truth and that's the way it is. So here we are again with Carl Nassib. I was going to say Carl Nasser, but I think that's a writer from the Keys. Anywho, it is important that he's white, Republican. Fine. You know what? If more Republicans in the Senate who are gay, rhymes with
Lindsey Graham.
gay, if more people would do that and realize that you're right, it isn't or shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be. But
so when you say something like that, and then you go over here and you make a law or something like that, or you say at your Thanksgiving dinner, we're not going to talk about that. It's Johnny and little Timmy and little Russell and people like that. That if those
where did you get those names?
Stop! I was on a roll. It's those types of things, even at family dinners, even when family members say they support you, but then when they're around, others go, oh, well, we don't really need to talk about that. It's immediately just pushed down. Yeah. It's the same sometimes people that are also, when there's a shooting, go, we're just going to send thoughts and prayers. Or, we're not, we're not really getting the vaccine. It's sometimes it's the same thing. If you think about, if you don't talk about it, it'll just go away. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you gotta talk about that stuff.
Yeah, sure, the F do.
And you need to tell your loved ones, especially if you are an adult, and if you feel that way, it's not a big deal. Explain to someone that's younger than you, or maybe it's a child, or maybe it's a friend, or maybe it's a neighbor or something like that. And if you feel like you're like, I think, let them know, because my producer's father one day said to him, what's the big deal? And he took it the wrong way. But then the father then said to him and said, I love you no matter what. So give me a hug. And don't you, and my producer is that I will live with him forever, but not everybody does that. Not everybody follows through with that extra comment.
Yeah.
You're right. It isn't a big deal, but make sure you let them know why. And I hope that's why, is because you love them, and it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter if you're black, white, Hispanic, gay, transgender, heterosexual. It shouldn't matter if you're heterosexual either. But you damn sure blast that all over with Bachelor and this and that.
Can I piggyback onto you?
Sorry.
What? I thought this day would never come.
That was great. That was good stuff. No, I agree. I think
I'm sweating, and now I need a cigarette because I just orgasmed.
I've been holding off on one of Doug Bowser's things because I want to post it just real quick. But I just want to say, I do agree. I think that the behind the closed doors conversations, the personal conversations, are more important than posting something on Facebook or changing your Facebook icon or posting a banner or saying you agree with whatever you're agreeing with, whatever, it doesn't matter, left, right, doesn't matter. It's those personable, talking to your family, talking to your friends, and really showing who you truly are. Not I can't think of the word, but not like posting up what you want to be on social media. It really
it's like the false sort of like sentiment of like, oh, we support, blah blah blah.
We support, and then you're like, then you're being a dick to people. But I need to put this post right here because this says it all. I feel like, and that's why I was only holding off. I saw it and I wanted to just make sure we highlight right here. I'm circling with my mouse. Gay kids need gay heroes, and that's it right there. That's just it.
That's true.
That's why it's important. So it's like, boom. I don't have to say anything else.
Does 100%. And on that, I'd like to add, does Mike Brady count? From the Brady Bunch?
Poor Mike Brady.
Okay.
We're getting getting a great comment from Kim Ray right here.
Sorry.
That it is a big deal. She is raising a teen in the community. Their life is not easy every single day. All of it is important. Every step makes their life one moment easier. It is exhausting fighting the school and society constantly. We get it, girl. We get it.
Yeah, because people ask me, like, what would you do if your daughter came out? I was like, what do you mean what I would do? She's my daughter. I love her. With every inch of my being, I've never loved something more. And I can honestly say that. A little creepy there. I know, but...
How many inches are we talking about here?
No.
Really?
Those are
lucky for her.
Separate.
He's Italian.
All disgusting. This is my daughter. Well, if we're talking about
you're
my
the
wife,
one that said you wanted to give her every inch of your being.
I said I love her.
You brought up inches. How are we supposed to talk on that?
Michael Jackson loved the boys at Boy Scouts.
Anyways.
If it was my wife, she would get the full-on Stromboli. Okay. Yeah. You know?
Okay. We're moving on, but later.
We're straight people.
To Kim
Vagina.
Ray. To Kim Ray. Thank you. To Doug Bowser. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I want to call someone out on this because they're not out, but I know how they raised their child and how they made other people feel, especially their child and their child's producer friend. To the Blackmer family, who has always been open-minded, to Gail Blackmer, to Russell Blackmer, to people like them, to being true Christians. I'll tell you that right there. True Christians who love their children no matter what, and also everyone, and have a very open mind. So hopefully the rest of the world can be like that. I do think we have a long way to go, but hey, maybe, hopefully, shows like ours and viewers like you, if we can keep spreading it, the love, because there's no room for hate, then you know what? All of us can make a difference. And
spread it.
And tonight I feel like we have, and I hope that we can go forward. So anyways, thank you to all of our gay heroes in our viewers.
I think it's a great segue now that we've talked about all of our love and
not gay. I just want to clear that up. Okay, well. Anyway.
I think we knew that Gail was not gay.
Well, I don't know what she's thanking me for now, but anyway.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's anyway.
You just outed her as a good person.
Oopsie. Okay.
I think that it is only appropriate for us to follow up this message of love and goodwill with some scarf slaps.
And a Cash App alert from Kim.
What?
Can't read her amount because you know her rules, but
yes.
I love you, man. So I think
we appreciate you.
Okay. I know we were talking about a huge topic, but I do want to say one thing. Stanley Cup. The Lightning won consecutive.
Sorry, hold on. Can I just say one thing? We've been off for 2 weeks. I don't give two shits, Cecil and Wineboy. If you have a curfew tonight, folks, it's time for after hours because we're coming up on our hour and we're going to go a little bit long tonight. And you know what? We love you and we want to do it for you, but we have other topics to talk about and we got a little heartfelt there. So go, Cecil, go.
We did get heartfelt, and I do want to point out Sean Argadis's comment right here that his oldest came out as bi this past coming out day, and he would never look at her differently and cannot understand how any parent ever could. You are the exception to the rule, my friend, and your daughter is a lucky, wonderful person.
Absolutely.
Can I say something too? Sean Armstrong's comment, Gail's a true Christian. I do wish that there was more on social media and just around the world, Christians like that would just be focused more on love and acceptance of people and not judging people and letting people and just being like, I love you for you and not damning people like I see so much. And it just hurts me because I like to think that I'm trying to be a better person, better Christian, better all this stuff. And when I say that to certain people, they get so mad at me and they start yelling at me like I'm from Westminster Baptist Church or whatever the fuck those assholes are from. I'm like, no.
I think they're from hell, actually.
I think so too. I'm like, no,
Westboro.
I am not. Westboro, thank you.
Let's not even mention them anymore.
No, fuck those guys. I'm like,
I'm sure someone has.
Ugh, I don't know. Maybe they're never mind. But
why they're so outspoken.
True Christians that are just more in love and understanding than anything else. Thank you.
Well, but amen. I don't know what else said, but it's the famous prayer that I can't stand, and it comes from, and I'll say it, from my producer's religion of the Catholic Church.
The Catholic?
Whatever. The Catholic Church.
Sure.
And the famous prayer in the Catholic Church is, do as I say, not as I do. And that burns worse than syphilis in the ding hole. But
I thought it was do unto others as you want them to do unto you.
That's the way it's supposed to be. But often
it was both of them, actually.
Projected is do as I say, not as I do. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, amen. I mean, come on, ghost, really? Okay.
Let's move on.
Okay.
Wait, I have to.
We are looking at.
Are we doing the Stanley Cup real quick? Can we just do the Stanley Cup?
Are we still in? We're still in sports.
We're still in sports. This is the longest we've ever. We have talked about sports. This is our segment of sports is longer than it has been our entire 8 years or 10 years.
Well, this is a big deal.
Congratulations to the Tampa Bay Lightning, who won the Stanley Cup back to back, which sounds hot. Wow. I mean, Florida, might I add, Tampa won the Super Bowl, has now won the Stanley Cup, and then maybe in the fall, maybe the Tampa Bay Rays. No, I guess they can't.
The Rays are doing good.
They are? Watch. Yeah. Mark my words. Circle this episode. If the Tampa Bay Rays win, I will piggyback Wine Boy.
What? Wait, no, I didn't agree to that. My Yankees are not doing very well. For the record,
are we talking about baseball?
Yes.
The hottest sport in really, if you think about it. My
baseball?
Baseball?
Not the game. The game is more boring than watching you have sex with
Tampa Bay is 2 games and a half outside the lead of Boston. So there you go.
Mark my word, ladies and gentlemen, it's a Tampa year. Tampa Bay is going to go to the Tampa.
Chris Condon, he's throwing a trophy.
You know why I say this?
If you're a Tampan, you must be really proud.
It's Tampa.
Lord Stanley's Cup.
And the name Ray, Kim Ray. See? Magic. They're going to the World Series. Watch.
Can we talk about one thing?
Are you calling it here that the Tampa Rays are going
3 times.
Are going to the World Series?
Apparently, I got to get a mic. You can't.
We need to say something real quick about the Stanley Cup. Lord Stanley's Cup. The only difference between the Stanley Cup and all the other major professions trophies at the end of the year is that you get your name inscribed on it. The active players get their names inscribed on it. And it moves through it. And it takes 80 years to get your name off the cup as they keep building all the teams that win.
80 years?
And then the ring of that cup will then go into the Hall of Fame. And it's the same cup. Like when you see the picture of the cup, it's the same little dome. And each player gets to take that trophy for 24 hours. And there's all kinds of shit they do with it. People get beer out of it. People take it to drive-thrus.
They pee in it?
I'm sure there's been it's been a semen cup once or twice. I'm sure.
Yeah, no, Jipper, you're right. It is, but it's funny because
I call it. It's I can be nasty now.
But yeah, it's the one trophy that your name stays on that thing for a long time. The other trophies you don't get your name on it, or you get your own trophy. So it's like in Yankees they have 20.
Like a Yankee ring.
Yeah, you have all these trophies. They just make a new one.
My producer wore 3 weeks ago. Wine Boy, those are interesting facts. Thank you for sharing that with our viewers because not everything is Catholicy.
There's also this Doug Bowser.
It's got to make shit up when you go.
Sureg'ay, do you see Doug Bowser is coming right now?
Doug!
I know.
I mean,
which reminds me of the play Dame Betsy was my producer.
Kelly Jenner,
first lead.
One of the guys is seen sitting in this hotel room eating
cereal out of it.
Yeah, they drink beer,
like Flozell in a bathtub.
After they've used it as a semen cup?
Well, I mean, I hope so.
All right, you know what? Gail Blackmer is... If she is to show any more tonight, her Christian ears are going to burn up.
I'll say.
She actually she probably drank it out of the cup too.
Ew.
Gail Blackbird, sometimes you have to send us a picture with you and your silver bullet. Anyways, we'll leave that one for the viewer's imagination. Also, while in sports, Sha'Carri Richardson, who was
like an Olympic hopeful.
She was smoking some dope, y'all. Smoking some dope, and they decided to suddenly consider seriously they banned her because she tested positive for marijuana and claimed it was an performance enhancing drug.
How?
First of all, every person that I know that eats pot brownies or gummies or smokes dope, they are the laziest motherfuckers I've ever seen in my life. So first of all, they are not running 100-yard dashes. They're sitting on their porches collecting unemployment checks and eating brownies and Ubers at midnight. That's all I'm saying. But Uber Eats, not Ubers. Anyways, Sha'Carri Richardson, girl, I don't know. Maybe should have been a You Go girl, but she's probably eating brownies tonight, or I don't know. I doubt she's drinking.
She's eating Funyuns and Dominoes, bro. If you're smoking weed, you're eating Funyuns, Dominoes, cheesy bread. Yeah, it's only performance enhancing. There's a comedian that it's only performance enhancing if there's junk food at the end of the fucking finish line.
I don't even understand that. I mean, are they allowed to drink? Are they allowed to have alcohol in their system?
Obviously,
well, the thing with alcohol goes out of your system much faster than marijuana does.
It does?
Yeah, that's not considered a drug. It's legal. Well, so see, that's the thing. Okay, wait.
Well, all right. It's stupid. That's a whole different topic.
She'll be back. She'll be running faster and everything else. Once that pot wears off, she'll be running circles around those.
There was a headline that said she figured out a way to make better deals now after this than before this, or something like that. So good for her.
All I'm gonna say
track and field, it's so hard to get money for. So good for her. She needs.
All I'm gonna say is, if she gets to the Olympics and sees that Olympic torch, she's gonna be like, dude, bring the Doritos next. And moving on. I thought it was funny. I was just waiting for the delay.
Dude, Caitlin Barros is so true.
Very fast because we're in sport.
Hold on. Caitlin Barros is very true. She says in the Olympic Village, they get hammered and then they hammer each other. So it's a huge thing.
They think they're drinking out of the Stanley Cup in those villages, I bet you. That's our new thing. I mean, it's our code word now. If you're swallowing, you're drinking out of the Stanley Cup. We just coined it here, ladies and gentlemen. The Tokyo Olympics are happening in a few weeks, and they imposed a state of emergency. There are no spectators allowed because COVID is on the rise
at
down there.
all.
So no spectators. Bam, I know. But here's the thing: everyone's like, "Oh God, the economy and everything else." You know what? They make more money off the broadcast, so they. Look, my producer went out with a Traveling with T-Rock segment for the Donna Drake show 2 years ago to help promote the Olympics at this ski resort village. And they were brought out to promote it. And then all hell broke loose, and then it got postponed and everything else. So Tokyo's like, oh, no, hell no. We're having these Olympics because it's a lot of money for them. But, I mean, how do they prevent the spread of COVID? They ban spectators at all of the events. And on top of the first delegates that just showed up tested positive, so now they're quarantined. I mean, it's like Alabama in Japan.
Sean Armstrong is saying something.
Sean Armstrong is saying something interesting about Sha'Carri.
Is she homophobic?
That she is homophobic.
Should she be?
She talked
is
about.
She Republican?
I don't know, but she did tweet something about Lil Nas X. Am I saying that right?
Yeah. Was it against him or was it against his preference?
I'm not positive.
I have to Google and dive into that, but it's after hours. So,
Jeff Perry did say something though about how it was funny that an old lady torched a squirt gun. What?
I missed the old lady with the Olympic torch squirt gun.
Apparently, she tried to put the torch out with a squirt gun as a runner passed her. Oh my God!
What a bitch! Why?
Wait, did you see the lady at the Tour de France last week who stood out with a sign that said "Hi, Grandma" in France?
They caused a crash, right?
Not just a crash, the entire bicycle lineup. It was being on I-4 at 3:30 p.m. in Orlando. Just they all crashed down.
So she said she made a comment about wearing pink and being gay. A negative comment?
Really interesting.
Wait, That's what Sha'Carri Richardson said? Because look at her hair. Can you post that picture again? Can we just call out hypocrisy when you see it? What color is that?
I don't know.
It's not pink. But why? See, okay. Here, hold on. This is what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. When you need a hero, you don't need a hero that's calling out and attacking someone for being gay when she's smoking dope and dyeing her hair color, whatever she feels like she can be free. So why is she allowed to be free and then judge somebody else? So hold up, Sha'Carri. We're going to, before I make any more comments, all I'm going to say is that's exactly what happens. That's not the hero you'll need. If that's the case, we're just saying,
interesting.
Let's dive into this. But
Doug Bowser is saying that she's...
Next week, we will figure all this out with all of our viewers, and we will dive back into the Sha'Carri.
Oh, we need to revisit this. Yeah,
we might need.
Hold on.
And she's
you're saying two different things. Are you saying she's forgiving men who beat up women, and that she's gay,
and that she's a lesbian? I am super confused.
How can you be? You're gay,
again,
and you.
This is why we need to research. Unlike
I'm getting my news from this right now.
I don't read headlines and then make a judgment, so I'm going to sit back and relax.
That's
and
a lie.
No, I'm going to call
I'm
it
just busting the balls
because my paperwork comes from seeing a headline, Googling 2 or 3 or 4 news sources, looking at the date, making sure it's not breaking news from 2017, which a lot of people do that and say, "Oh my God!"
Yeah, it's so true.
That was from 2017. That's notorious. So we're gonna
interesting. Absolutely.
Little subject here.
Oh my God, Caitlin Barrows has it. The tweet said, "If you are a blank, not saying that, you wear pink." Oh no. Oh
Yikes.
no.
Well.
You know what? Can we just say it really?
Okay. All right, hold on.
We might have to scarf slap her.
We might have to scarf slap. It went from like liking her to scarf slapping her.
Allegedly.
Well, I'm with Sean Argadis on this. If you can, I mean, it's a very long comment. I will abbreviate. The problem is the rule is the rule. If that is the rule, that drugs are prohibited, then drugs are prohibited, and you know that, then she shouldn't have done it, even though she felt sad and angry about the news that she received. But yes, I am with you. The rule should be changed, but she did know the rule at the time, and so she has to face those consequences.
Is that? I mean, yes, and I guarantee.
Caitlin, do you agree with scarf slap, or you agree with what do you 100% agree with? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Again, we're gonna. This is why our show is great. I mean, other reasons, but
we're fantastic viewers.
We're amazing. Just so you guys know,
we are amazing.
Why I think it's great is because our viewers also give us information and help us, and we help you, and it's a conversation on top of us being funny.
Thank you, Caitlin.
Absolutely. If I'll argue this. If marijuana is also considered, because they do say performance-enhancing drugs. Am I wrong? Probably.
Yeah,
or just
marijuana.
No, I think it's no drugs.
All right, so not even back.
But here's the funny thing: is like if the federal government is saying that marijuana is this class drug that doesn't do anything, you can't also say that it's a performance-enhancing drug. And just for the record, Caitlin Barrios is saying, "Refocus, gang, free Britney."
I had it in page 1, but then we had to go zooming in on the microphone. I've been trying. That's why we're after hours. We're talking about Britney. We're talking about Cosby and Britney right now.
Let's talk about Britney. Yeah, let's do it.
Suck it, Chura burrito, whatever her name. I'm wearing pink next week.
It's all yours, Sureg'ay.
Oh, it's coming now. Anyways, we're gonna give a scarf slap because there's too much going on here. Hold on.
We're 15 minutes over, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Mom. Okay. Free Britney. This same day, Bill Cosby was released from prison because of a technicality, because whatever. basically, he got out from a technicality of DA releasing some files and opening old files, and that they had gotten him to confess that, yes, he drugged them, but he would confess as long as he wasn't prosecuted. Then they opened those sealed documents, and that's why he went to jail, because they showed that he admitted that. So now, fast forward 2 years, he gets released on the technicality because of that. Not that he drugged women and raped them, but then same day, Britney Spears is just trying to get out of her house, for God's sakes, and put a boa constrictor around her neck again. And they won't let her do that. Her father is still involved. And now, after that was the day before that, she released a video saying, "I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm good, everybody. I'm really fine." And then she went to her conservatorship hearing. Anyways, they denied that. And now today, her manager has now resigned, which leads me to believe that if her manager, who has been with her for eons, is no longer with, I hate to tell you this, but I think that you've seen the last of Britney Spears performing.
Which is terrible, because
Really?
I know people that watched her, and they say she puts on a fucking hell of a show.
She does.
Her concerts are amazing.
Yeah, when she did the
So did
Vegas,
Milli
when she did the
Vanilli.
Vegas stuff. Ooh,
Only some of you will get this, but so did Milli Vanilli. But she does put on a
no.
fight.
I mean,
Well, I mean, she might be lip syncing, but
she might be lip syncing, but
I think
it
she
is
does.
her own
Thank you.
voice.
Two of you got it. Well,
yeah.
I mean,
that's okay.
don't get me wrong, they're adjusting that shit
Oh, she's
to,
all
to
tones.
make it sound good.
Yeah,
I mean, they made her sound like Cher. Do you believe in love? Most of the
but
time.
they're saying like her aerial and like everything else that's going on around the singing is amazing. That's what they're saying. From the people that I know who saw
Right.
the show.
But then I would like to throw props to Pink, who actually is singing while twirling her vagina around
Pink.
above people's heads.
Have you listened to
Would you
Pink's
hit the
song
Pink?
and all that stuff?
Would you hit the
God,
Pink
she's
wine?
so good. Would I?
Would you
Oh my
hit-
God. The moment she came out with her first song, oh, I was about
I
that
mean,
life.
I would like to tell Pink, there's 3 of us on this show. So 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink? I don't know.
I'll take the stink.
Thank God. Well, now,
my
which one's the stink to you? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to After Hours, and we're going to have to wrap this up soon. We're going to wrap it up with Scarf Slap, and we have several. So, as you know, we're very outspoken this time, but we are going to go to you, because not only that, we want to see who's still here. So, Scarf Slap. It's time for Scarf Slap. And if
It is time for Scarf Slap.
It's time for Scarf Slap.
We didn't even
Sean
get into
Scott-
Wine Boy Whispers.
We're not even. No, it's not
We're gonna-
happening.
Did Wine Boy Whispers right now, it'd be like
If we were
it'd be
doing
like-
it, I was gonna. Yeah, think
We
about
have
it.
new
That would be
viewers
like-
Comedy Club.
who are
It would be
missing
like-
out.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. So
Cecil does win the night on that one. There you go. I'm still can't even get over it. That's hilarious.
with
If I was
the
gonna do Wine
idea
More
of the
Whispers,
stink-
oh my God! If I was gonna do Wine More Whispers, I was gonna say if you want me doing the Bill Cosby voice. But
No,
we're not
if
doing
you
that.
were doing
No.
Wine Boy Whispers, it would be like Delilah at night. People would be going to sleep and telling you their problems. We can't. It'd be like
Kelly Jones
Bob
says no
Moss
one does.
painting trees.
All right,
Um,
let's do some Scar Slap and let people go to bed.
Wait, it's Bob
All
Ross,
right,
not
you.
Bob Moss.
All right, viewers.
It's Bob Ross, by the way. Yeah.
We are
Sorry,
getting
I
down
said
to the
trees,
wire.
Mom. Okay, so Wine Boy Whispers will be next week. My producer's gonna circle that so that you all won't miss out next week. Also,
We've said that so many times and it hasn't happened at times.
oh please, it's like saying I love you before you have sex.
How about during?
As long as you have sex.
Mm-hmm.
That's gross.
You
Well,
don't say that during? When it's nice. Sometimes you're just fucking.
I haven't
But
said-
when you're loving,
Okay,
Mm.
can we get into our show?
we're
God,
witnessing
you're
this.
just nasty. You want to get in the show? You want to get in Pink
Oh,
Stink?
again, pink stink with
Oh.
Cecil.
Argue this. I really need to see argue this. Okay.
Okay,
so
we have some
suggestions.
suggestions.
Okay, good. Because
Haitian assassins. The Haitian assassins. Their country needs a break from negative events. I'm on board.
Well, that's fine, but I would like to say this. They got really scar slapped today because breaking news, the majority of them got assassinated and arrested. So
the majority of Haitians?
Not really. The Haitian assassins got.
I don't know if we can scarf slap dead people.
And 2 of them, by the way, were from America. Not that they were like from Mar-a-Lago, but anywho.
Well, next
so
one
our
then
scarf
is
slap's gonna seem kind of minuscule compared. Oh wait, I need 30 pellets. Oh,
okay.
sorry,
Well, the next one is Matt.
Yeah. It does seem a little too little, too late to scarf slap people who have been murdered.
Yeah, I feel like I'm on the same page.
Yeah. So
scarf slap Matt Gaetz for this time saying he wants to vote for Trump as Speaker of the House.
Okay.
Like Trump is ever going to get become a representative
or a speaker. There's that.
Yeah.
So
I don't even understand why he says shit, because it's ridiculous shit like this.
But
that
you do understand he learned from his buddy that when you're being investigated, if you say ridiculous shit, then everyone pays attention to the ridiculous shit and not the fact that you're about to be indicted. So, you know what? Yes, let's scarf slap Luann Jenner. Let's scarf slap.
Gail Blackmer agrees. Matt Gaetz for
Matt Gaetz.
Hold on, Matt, we're coming. Okay. Oh, she agreed on Matt Gaetz?
Yeah, she said that. She was right there. She's like, Matt Gaetz for sure.
Oh, yeah. All right. So Matt Gaetz, shut the fuck up. And next time, it's not going to be a scarf. It's going to be handcuffs. So
and my dick.
In your stink.
And 2 inches from Wine Boy. Matt Gaetz, scarf slap.
There is an interminable delay.
Yeah, I know. There was a delay.
At least Cecil sounds better this week.
I mean, it's like bump, bump.
On my end, I got Sureg'ay's flickering a little bit, and there's some stuff going on my end. I don't know, so I'm trying my best here, guys. Anyway, scarf slapped the condo, then
I'm having
the building.
Hurricane.
I know you.
Oh my gosh, we forgot about the condo. There's still 100-something people unaccounted for.
Okay,
it's so bad. And they're demolished the rest of
just scarf slap people that are still.
We're not scarf. We're scarf slapping the assholes responsible.
We're scarf slapping the literal condo.
Oh, the actual the building?
You can't scarf slap the condo for collapsing?
The scarf slap's already been down. Really? See, this is why. Okay. We don't know. I agree. There's no definite decision yet on what caused that specifically. Yes, there's okay, but there's still people trying to recover their loved ones.
We'll put a pause on
scarf slap. I will not scarf slap the anything to do with the condo right now because it's just, and I know this means this is crazy, but I'm saying it's too soon.
Okay, we'll put a pin in it. We'll wait till they do their thing and figure out who the person is. But Maryland, more stock and less price.
Heard it here first.
That's a.
We'll wait for someone to get sued, and then we're gonna do it.
Okay, I'd like to go up to.
I'm being sentimental tonight.
I see that. We're gonna combine Jeff Perry and Doug Bowser's vaccination comments.
So 30% of Americans who aren't getting vaccinated, and then Doug Bowser saying
that 60% of Republicans are among that 35%.
I have a fact quote on top of what they're saying. Yes, agreed. That also came out today. That is also why the economy is suddenly starting to struggle, is because of the lack of vaccination going to end up hurting the economy. Imagine that.
Because why? Because when people go out, they get sick and they die?
Yeah. Imagine that. Or
so weird.
People aren't spending money in places where they're afraid to go out or whatever because, yeah. Anywho. So yes, let's scarf slap the people that refuse to get vaccinated based on politics.
Here we go.
So basically, to Fox News viewers, scarf slap.
Slap.
You guys are not even doing it at the same time. Oh, you didn't do it last time. You guys are way off that time.
I would like to scarf slap the GOP establishment, not the voters. I mean, some, but the establishment
some of them
that is trying to, I mean, Adam Kinzinger. Anyway, the GOP establishment that is trying to just continue to perpetuate the election lie and lick Trump's boots in order for a candidate to even be viable. They need to like the hillbilly elegy writer who is now running for Congress, who was a Trump critic when he wrote Hillbilly Elegy, and I believe won the Pulitzer for that. And now he's going to Mar-a-Lago to get an endorsement and changing his tune. So it's shit like that. It's the establishment, the GOP establishment that is saying, we're buying into this utter bullshit, and you have to step in line in order to get an endorsement.
Sounds
you can't be
very Hitlerish, if you know. That's the scary thing, is that if that actually makes it, comes back. So yes, before I get off on a tangent, and I won't, because I never do. Yes, so to Cecil's scarf slap and inauguration, I forgot the word. Getting buzz. Okay, scarf slap.
Slap.
You guys are so off those last 2 times.
I mean,
if I wasn't off that time, then there would be an issue. I went so fast, I literally created.
I meant the
energy.
first time. The first time.
Yeah, the first
Cecil's
time we were
face is
together.
towards you, not towards me. Right, Cecil?
I am curious, Wine
everything
Boy.
was so much better
Yes,
when we
Wine
couldn't
Boy.
hear Cecil or
yes, Cecil.
or he couldn't.
yes, Cecil.
Forget it. Jeff Perry is bringing up COVID itself
Oh yeah.
for changing its genome and making Delta strain.
3.
There's a Lambda strain. We used Lambda as our mascot.
Lambda. That's from Revenge
I was
of the
just
Nerds.
gonna say, was that Revenge of the Nerds?
Yeah.
Lambda was the
Booger.
symbol of the gay community
Hey,
for a
who
while.
would we be? Would you be Booger?
I would have to be Booger.
Would
Yes.
I would 100%. Of the 3 of us, I'm
you? Who would
definitely
I
Booger.
be?
I'd be the really cute one that went on to be on a ER.
You be in the no. I was gonna say that's Sureg'ay's ER.
No, I'm ER.
Who's no? Who's
Wine
the
Boy
one
just
that
complimented me and called me the cute.
Sergey is the frat guy
No.
that just would scream nerds.
Okay, I changed my vote. Ogre?
Wow, that's the big. That's
No, he's the leader. Then the first one, he would be the leader of the guys.
We have lost control, viewers.
We lost
Okay.
everybody.
We have lost this train of thought.
before we control. I want to bring it back. We've celebrated Independence Day. We're celebrating a new president. Everything. We're all always trying to do the right thing. We're all trying to just go forward. And as you know, we always encourage you all to pay it forward and do something kind to each and other. Not everything is roses. And sometimes you just never know. And that's something of our, although we make a joke of it and we say YOLO, we want you to know that we actually mean the term YOLO sometimes. And that is, you only live once and you have to live life to the fullest because you just never know. So each day is very important. Go out and hug your loved ones. Give people a comment, do whatever, because you just never know. And on that note, our viewers, our friends, our family, our Orlando world, unfortunately lost a good friend this week. And Michael Skipper, and his nickname was Skip, but I'm going to let Cecil and Wineboy lead this because they know. So I just want to say on behalf of Topics and to our viewers and our Hot Topics family, we do give our condolences and our thoughts are with you. And Cecil and Wineboy will tell you more about what a great person he was.
I have to just say, I know that Skip was beloved by so many of our team members. As Kelly Jenner is saying right here, as Chris Congdon is saying, just a wonderful, wonderful guy, a person who was a leader, a real great person to have on your team. And I know that he was well respected and deeply, deeply loved. And it was a real shock to the community and to all of us down here to learn of his unfortunate, horrific demise on July 4th. And what makes it so painfully ironic is that he was such a huge fan of Jaws. You know, he was a Jaws skipper at Universal. He loved the movie Jaws. And as any person who knows Jaws well, Jaws centers around the 4th of July celebration and opening of the beach. And to have him pass on that day is just such a huge blow. So, and of course, he was the very last skipper of the last operating day of Jaws. So he was just a very special guy. And sadly, his son was with him in the car and also passed. And so we love you all so much. And we want you all to be safe out there, and we hope that you spread love wherever you go.
Yeah, I mean, I think you said it all. You know, he was a great guy. I knew him for a little bit, and just so much fun. Such a good, like he was legit a decent guy. Such a good deer. Such a good guy. Sorry, I'm just having a hard time with the words. And it's just so sad, you know, that him and his son both, passed on the same day, leaving behind a wife and a daughter. So it's just, I can't imagine about that. And yeah, he just was like a really, just like, I don't know, I keep saying it, but it's just so true. Like the first time I met him, super cool, always been the same guy. Nothing fake, nothing phony, legitimately a good person. And yeah, if you want to watch, literally, if you probably YouTube the last Jaws boat tour from Universal Studios Orlando, it'll be his, and you get to watch, you know, probably one of the best skippers. Obviously, his nickname, I knew him as Skip. You get to watch one of the best skippers do what they do best. And
and what he loved to do.
He loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Sorry, not trying to be a downer, but when this hits the community, we want to reach out and send positive thoughts, like we were saying earlier, and just just be there as much as we can for everybody.
Just keep posting the comments from the viewers, because several people knew him, but
Yeah.
I just want to say, oddly enough, due to COVID and all of this, all of us being spread out, we all came together via the internet and for this StreamYard. But someday, Hot Topics is going to be live on stage in front of a live audience as well. And I want to start a tradition where we're not just sending text to each other of I love you and I hug you, but after each and every show, because we truly love you all so much, we're going together because that's what this show is about. It's not about just having a good time and laughing and all that, but it's about love and paying it forward. So to all of our viewers and to Skip's family, we send our condolences and our thoughts. And on that note, we just like to end that I, as well as all of us, should hopefully aspire to someday have people talk about us like the person apparently Skip was. So on behalf of us all at Hot Topics, we love you and we say good night. I'm Sureg'ay.
And I'm Cecil.
And I'm my boy. Love you guys.
Tradition.